Hello everybody, good afternoon, Rose here. Today I'm reacting to Foodie Beauty's live stream called Not the Victim Card. So Foodie did this live stream last night and I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't cover it then. I was saving it for today. Foodie's done a few live streams today and I've got to do some catching up, but I'm going to start with this one because it matters. And I got a lot of thoughts about this live stream, plus about other things that have also been going on after this live stream. So before we get into the Foodie stuff, for those who are not aware, this is unrelated to Foodie. Queen Elizabeth has passed away. She was in her 90s. She was a true lady of England. So let's everyone have a respectful moment of silence for Queen Elizabeth. Okay, so let's get into all things Foodie Beauty. So Foodie did this live stream. In Foodie Beauty News, there is another channel that has decided to start covering Natter and also Foodie, and the channel name is Refuting. Refuting has a huge channel on YouTube, over 700,000 subscribers. Refuting started off talking about Natter, and I guess Chantal decided that she did not want all the attention on Natter. She decided to poke at Refuting to get him to talk about her. I feel the reason behind that is because perhaps she's hoping that if Refuting talks about her, that she's going to get an influx in super chats, membership signups, and viewers, because right now her channel is essentially stuck at 91K. She isn't really gaining a whole bunch of subscribers these days. Her super chats went down, and because of that, she decided to basically just start trouble with anybody and everybody, and also to start talking about Natter again. She stopped talking about Natter for a while, and her views went down, and everything just essentially just went stagnant. So she's back to talking about Natter. Now I've got some clips from Twitter that I'd like to show all of you, because I've got so many thoughts and I wanted to share them with everybody. Give me just 1 second. There's just something on my screen that won't go away. That little box, what is that? It needs to get out of here. So let's start with something. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. So this is the live stream that I covered yesterday, the not one pomegranate, you liar. I'm going to play a couple of clips from this live stream because they are important. So Chantal did this live stream and she was essentially raging at Natter. I don't think it was real raging. It was manufactured rage, because she knows that when she rages, that gets the most views. When she doesn't rage, hardly anybody watches. But I wanted to play this clip for everybody, so please pay attention to what she's about to say. She says that she's buying groceries for Natter. That matters. But she's still buying groceries for Natter, over 300 bucks worth.
Chantal makes YouTube channel, helps Natter make YouTube channel because she loves Natter. Chantal buys $300 worth of groceries every week because she loves Natter. Chantal.
She just said it. She did not say, I bought him $300 worth of groceries, as in past tense, as in this is something she once did and she doesn't do anymore. She said clearly, I buy him $300 worth of groceries. So this person, Foodie Beauty, who allegedly hates Natter, he's an abusive person, she's still buying him groceries. Let's move on to the second clip. Let me see if I can find it, because this matters too. Let's start from here.
So this is why she's talking about me. No. And you could say, oh, how can somebody love me and talk about me like that? Yeah, I just don't like what you do. I don't like your actions.
Let's play that again. So all this abuse that Natter has allegedly done to Chantal, She has less of a problem with that and more about the way he treated her. Let's hear that again.
Oh, how can somebody love me and talk about me like that? Yeah, I just don't like what you do. I don't like your actions. That was it.
That was it. That was it. Not the abuse, not the essay, not the DV, just the way he treated her. So all this alleged abuse, no problem. It was the way he treated her. And let's also remember when she was talking about the essay incident, when she was doing something with Dee Dee and Natter, an intimate thing with Dee Dee and Natter. She also did a live stream, and I don't know where the clip is, but I'm sure it's out there, where she herself said that she had no problem with what was going on except watching Dee Dee and Natter together. She didn't like that. She went from a place of, this encounter traumatized me, to saying later, I had no problem with what was going on, except watching those two together. I didn't like it. Let's go over here. No, 1 second. I'm trying to get the right clip. Okay. Let's play this. And this is from Shenanigans.
I think in a sick way you don't care about SBL videos because it was Dee Dee being hit. That's why you call him and still love him. You don't care if he's abusive. Thanks, Ms. Jan. No. Honestly, I did care less about the abuse than him cheating. And
Really? I care more about the cheating than the abuse. And then she did this live stream today. Where is it? This one. In this live stream, I don't know exactly where it is, but she's going off on Repsion. And in this video, she's telling Repsion, you don't have an opinion because you're not an abused woman. Telling Repsion he doesn't have an opinion because he's not an abused woman. Can I just let you know, Chantal, that abuse victims could be male or female, that all abuse victims matter, no matter what the gender, no matter what the sexual identity, they matter. Not just women. There are male DV victims. There are male SA victims. They all matter. Everybody matters. Gender is irrelevant. If you're a victim of any kind of abuse, it matters. Especially if you're a real victim and not a fake, phony for views victim like you, which is exactly what you are. You're a victim for views. You're so desperate to be a victim of anything and everything because being a victim means whatever happened wasn't your fault. I'm going to go on record as saying I don't think you've been a victim of anything. I don't think you've ever been abused. I think it's all a lie. And I find it vile and disgusting and repulsive how you've exploited so many things on your YouTube channel that should never be exploited. Exploiting your eating problem for views, for monetary gain. Exploiting SA and DV for gain. I'm calling you a fake, phony SA DV victim because I've been through it. And I can't think of a single person who's been through SA that after it happened, they'd be on a YouTube channel, on a public platform, showing off all their naughty bits. Coming on camera, barely dressed, showing off their punani, their breasts, their butt, flashing the audience. Can't think of a single person who's been through that would do that. And I can't think of a single person who's been through SA or DV that can get on a public platform in front of strangers and talk about their experience with no problem. Anybody who's been through it, it takes a lot out of you just to talk to one person privately and say what happened to you. And usually while you're doing it, you're upset. You're shaking. Just thinking about it makes you upset. Never mind talking about it. Chantal's twisted. She wants to be a victim of anything and everything just so she can say, it's not my fault. It is her fault. Anything and everything that happened with Natter was her fault because she made the choice to be around Natter each and every time. She has her own job. She has her own money. She has her own car. She made the choice to bring him into her life, to bring him onto YouTube, to be around him. She made those choices. Nobody else but her. And she made this fake, phony, triggering, toxic drama on YouTube, exploiting the subjects of DV and SA. But you over there saying Refuting doesn't have the right to speak on DV or SA because he's not a victim. Well, you know what, Chantal? Neither do you, because you were never a victim. And I'm saying that with my whole chest. You were never a victim. You are a fake, phony victim for views. Play acting at it. And rather badly, I might add. But you were doing a whole lot of things over there, and you're still doing a whole lot of things that somebody who's actually been through it would look at you and go, I know it didn't happen to her. Coming on camera night after night for hours, talking about the alleged abuse with no problem. Who does that? Who can do that? Who's actually been through it? Nobody. Going through SA, coming on camera, half dressed, half nude, no problem. Real SA victims can't do that. Not at all. You're a phony victim that used SA and DV to connect with other people in your audience that have actually been through it, triggering them and doing some kind of toxic bonding with them to gain their sympathy so they will toss you super chats. And you made a lot of money off those things, didn't you? Into the thousands. Stomach turning. Absolutely stomach turning. But you over there telling Refuting he doesn't have an opinion because he's never been through it. Well, neither have you, Chantal. Neither have you. Neither of you. You're all about exploiting everything and anything for views. But as an actual DV SA victim, looking at you, a fake and a phony, you don't have the right to say nobody has an opinion. You shouldn't have brought that on your channel in the first place. You shouldn't have made money off of it. You shouldn't be so desperate to paint yourself as a victim of DV and SA. Those of us that have actually been through it, we wish it had never happened to us. We don't treat what happened to us as a trophy, putting it in front of other people. You do. You're desperate to attach that to yourself. Those of us that have actually been through it, we started out as victims. We are now survivors. You haven't been through anything, therefore you haven't survived anything. Therefore, you cannot call yourself a survivor, ma'am. You don't have those scars. I don't care how desperately you try to paint them on your skin. They aren't real. You don't have them. Therefore, you don't have the right to speak on DV or SA. Hear me? You don't.
Now we've gone from slightly implied victim shaming to full blown fucking victim shaming.
You know what? I think what you've done on your channel, you are ashamed to actual victims. Your behavior and the things you've said is a shame to actual victims. How about that? Milking them for money and for sympathy, a shame to actual victims. Shameful.
So you want to go there and you want to start a war? Because I will. But I don't have to do it with nasty words or.
But you will, because you're a nasty person and you got a nasty personality.
I mean, honestly, his entire audience are people who fucking watch people like that one guy there. What's that guy's name? Like he probably has a younger audience who just like to fucking flay people, you know, like lynch mob people or whatever. I don't know. He discusses people, and he has an impressionable audience. Like he has a big audience. You know what I mean? And his message that he's gonna get across is because I'm hated. I deserve.
You know what? I know what this is. All the attention is on Natter from Repsion. She wants it on her so she can get views from that. She's like, this is her way of saying, don't focus on Natter, focus on me. That is the greedy narcissist in her talking. Don't focus on Natter, give it to me. That's why she's doing this. That's why she's poking at Repsion. And don't worry, guys, I'm going to cover this live stream too. I'm going to cover that live stream too. But not Chantal over here telling people, oh, you don't have an opinion because you're not an abused woman. Abuse can happen to men and women, and it does happen to men and women. It's not just women that get abused, it's men too. All abuse matters, all victims matter. All. Not just one gender, all. You've been abused, you've been abused. If you've been a victim, you've been a victim. And if you've lived through it, that makes you a survivor. And my heart goes out to anyone who's gone through abuse. You lived through it. You're strong now. I'm sending love to all of you. Because it takes a tremendous amount of strength to go through something harsh like that and get on the other side of it. Unlike this creature right here, who hasn't been through anything, that is so desperate to wear the badge of being an abuse victim, and she never has. But she's really eager to make money off of anybody who's been abused and open up their old scars and trigger them. Vile. So she's going to talk about Natter here. And before we get started, I'm going to point something out to everybody. Chantal is very manipulative. Her super chats have been sucking lately. Her views have been sucking lately. Hence the reason why she's talking about Natter again. Because it gets the views up. And not only that, you're going to see a whole lot of super chats fly by. Because Chantal knows how to play the YouTube game. Super chats are only supposed to be given when you are watching the content and you are entertained by it, and it's supposed to be a positive thing. It's supposed to be positive reinforcement for the content creator and the content that's being provided. Chantal goes the other way. She purposely gets people ticked off so they get so angry that they want to scream in her face, but since they can't, all they can do is send a super chat and hope that she reads it. Can I just put this out there to everybody? Whoever you are, whatever channel you go on, if you send a super chat and it's not for positive reason, because you're ticked off at somebody, with someone like Chantal, whatever you're saying, she's not going to care. As a matter of fact, she's going to be laughing inside of her head because she knows that she's triggered everybody to the point where they're so angry they're going to give her money just to make their point or say their thoughts. Where a lot of people on YouTube, they do the content and they thank people for giving them the positive super chats Chantal purposely triggers people to get so angry that they don't think straight, and they send her money because they hate her. And the people that are doing that, the people that are sending the hateful super chats, let me just remind you that if you're sending a super chat to somebody because you don't like them, because they're doing something you don't like and they're making you angry, all you're doing is reinforcing the bad behavior. You're encouraging them through your money donation for them to keep going. And whatever you got to say to Chantal, you're not really affecting her. She doesn't care. All she cares about is the money you're giving her. You send her a hateful super chat, and in her head she's thinking, thanks for the money, sucker. Go ahead, stay mad at me. Send me more money. That's what she's thinking. But in this live stream right here, she got more super chats than she has recently. And why? Because she's talking about Natter again. Because she's bringing him up and she's pissing people off. And why is she doing it? To make money. So is that something that should be reinforced? Is that something that should be encouraged? I don't think so. Everybody's free to go where they like on YouTube and spend whatever money you like. But when you send a super chat, if it's out of anger, stop and think about what you're doing. Honestly, just take a moment, calm down, and stop and think. You're spending your money on a negative reason, and you're reinforcing bad behavior. Do you really want to do that? Just ask yourself that, because again, whatever you say to Chantal, she's not going to care. You're not going to change her. You're not going to change your life. Is it worth spending the money? Ask yourself that before you do it. Anyway, let's do this.
Yes, I did message her. We all have weak moments when you want to have the old feelings, but he is a big liar. He's never going to change. Just accept it and move past. He's nothing but destruction.
That TikTok food has been a number on my gut.
Me too. Hi, Joey.
I pooped like 3 times. It's like crazy.
I know, me too. No more junk, I guess. Hi, Rhonda. They do this because they want you to react. It keeps views coming to them.
Yeah, that's another thing. Natter is on his side talking about Chantal. Chantal's on her side talking about Natter. Why do you think they're doing this? Why are we now back to the tag team live streams? It's about the money, y'all. They know how to play the system. Chantal talks about Natter, then she ends her live stream, and then everybody runs to his channel looking for the response, looking for the tea. Let me save everybody the trouble. There is no tea. There's no tea. There's nothing new to report here. It's just squabbling going on back and forth for the sake of views. She doesn't really hate him. He doesn't really hate her. I just played the clip for you guys where she said in her live stream that she bought him $300 worth of groceries. This man that she claimed abused her. Imagine that. Somebody who has SA'd you, DV'd you, and you're buying him groceries. How is that even real? She's buying him groceries because the abuse never happened. It's just something for her to talk about on her live streams. The SADV thing, they were just topics to make money, and they did. They made her a lot of money. Y'all keep that in mind when you send the super chats. Please don't support that vile behavior. Somebody exploiting topics they really should not exploit. Triggering people. It ain't right. I don't care who it is on YouTube. Think about what you're supporting when you send super chats. Super chats should be a positive reinforcement thing for quality content that is entertaining. Please don't reinforce negative. because all you're doing is making it worse and keeping it going. Those are just my thoughts.
I don't even know what I wanted to say to him, Flabera. I think I was gonna ask if I can. Buy some waffles.
So UFOT sending a super chat saying he beats women. Please stop contacting. I would like to remind everyone of something that maybe some of you have forgotten. I just want to bring it to the forefront again. So Chantal keeps shining the flashlight over at Natter and saying he is abusive. He did abuse me. Let's not forget the other half of that picture. That Chantal has said more than once that she is an abusive person. She has confessed that she is verbally abusive. Words can hurt just as much, if not more, than any kind of physical attack. Words can go deep. They can go into your soul. I'm not taking up for Natter. I'm just reminding everybody that this person, Foodie Beauty, as much as she wants to paint herself the victim, she's not. Because she chose to get involved with Natter. She chose to be around Natter each and every time. Nobody forced her to be around this man. Let's not forget that she is also abusive. Proof of that is the way she comes on her channel and treats her own audience. She's been abusive and manipulative to her own audience. But she has said she's verbally abusive. We don't know what took place between Natter and Chantal. We weren't in the room if things got physical, and if it did, who did what. All we have is what he says and what she says. And the messy part is that there's money involved here. They're not doing this for free. They're getting on YouTube and they're airing their dirty laundry for the sake of money. So because money is involved, you have to question everything. Is what they're saying real? And if so, what parts? Or is this just for money's sake? Are they creating fake, phony drama for money's sake? The water gets muddy when you add the money part. But she is abusive. And if he's so abusive, Chantal, why were you calling Dee Dee to talk to Natter? And why did you buy him groceries? You can say all you want about Natter, but saying something and then talking about wanting to be around them, buying them groceries, trying to make a phone call, you know what that points to? That points to whatever happened between you and Natter, it wasn't abusive. Because you talked about the DV at length for hours and hours and hours. You talked about the essay for hours and hours and hours. And yet, you kept going back. You kept spending time around him with no fear. And that's another thing. If you've been through DV or SA, you're afraid of the person who hurt you. And you don't want to spend time around them. But yet, you kept going back. And you were so comfortable with Natter that you were renting out hotel and motel rooms to spend time with him. Alone. You kept driving to see him, going up to Montreal. All of that points to the direction of he never abused you. You lied. And because you lied, you are foul and disgusting.
It beats women, sis. Please stop contacting. Yeah. No. Hi, Lolo. I know. Was this during or before your 24-hour relationship? Hi, Sofa.
Yeah, she was so in love with this other dude. So in love, and yet she was calling Natter. Make it make sense. Personal opinion, I think every made up imaginary guy that we've heard of, Mr. Coffee, Dubai guy, Nico, etc., they were all Natter. They were all made up people to A, use as content for her channel, and B, if she wanted to go on dates with these men, she could slip away and see Natter, and nobody would question her. They were all Natter. And I say that because Natter is money hungry. She's wrapped around him. Does anybody think that Natter is going to be cool with her spending her money on any other man but him? No, he ain't. He wants it all. He doesn't even like Pete's living with Chantal and living off of Chantal. He's not going to be cool with Chantal being a sugar daddy, or in her case, a sugar mama, to other men and giving money to them that he wants. He wants it all. So she's making up these different men. So she has different things to talk about on her channel. But also when she wants to go slip away to see Natter, nobody thinks she's going to go see him. That's why she does it.
Makes her happier. Do you see what she looks like today? She's looking more and more like fucking Andy Warhol. I hate them all. I didn't call Dee. I don't know.
And that's another thing that points in the direction of the, forgive my language, the fake fuckery going on. Coming on camera and saying, basically, we hate each other. If they hate each other, why hasn't anybody filed a cease and desist against one another? And how is Chantal able to contact Dee? Wouldn't her number be blocked? Same thing with Natter. If they all wanted to really be done with each other, why don't they have each other blocked? Answer, because what's going on off camera is a lot different than what's going on camera. Natter's never going to cut off Chantal. She's got money. He ain't working. And if the rumors are true, Dee ain't working. I don't know if that's true. I don't have any receipts, but I keep hearing she lost her job. So if she ain't working and Natter's not working, who's paying the money to pay the rent on the condo? And Chantal just confessed to buying his groceries a minute ago. For all we know, Chantal could be paying the rent on the condo. Don't know that for sure, can't confirm that. But if Dee and Natter, neither one of them have a job, the money for the groceries and whatnot has got to be coming from somewhere. And Natter knows she has money. So why would he cut her off? Why would he block her? Why would he cause her any trouble? He won't. And neither will Dee.
I get mad because I think they actually think that I, like, in my head was moving, like, to be with him. That's not that's like the furthest thing from the truth. Like I'm moving anyway, but hey, Monica! Dee does suck.
Honestly, I wish that Dee, Natter, and Chantal would all just move in together and get it over with. I am so sick of the lying. It is so unnecessary. Look, if they want to be together as a throuple, let them be together as a throuple. Live in the truth, Chantal. That's all that anybody's ever wanted. Just live in the truth. Not the truth that you choose at the moment, the truth. If all three of you are involved with one another, just get a place together and get it the fuck over with. Y'all need to stop lying.
That green pea must have a choke. Never sent him money in forever. She never said that.
Now you probably have sent him money. You just don't want to talk about it. And even if you didn't, you did buy the groceries though, right? You just said $300 in that video I just played. Buying your alleged abuser $300 worth of groceries. Who does that?
I didn't think that I would ever have a moment of weakness ever again in my life after everything. Do you think he actually...
So question, Chantal. Your texting Dee Dee was a moment of weakness. What would you consider buying the groceries? Was that also a moment of weakness? Or was that a choice? Was that a decision that you made to help him out? I consider that a choice, just like all your other choices where you actively, openly, willingly, and eagerly spend time around him. Those were choices. That was not a moment of weakness or a moment of weaknesses. That was you making choices to be around someone. And whatever happened in those moments was of your doing. That's why you're not a victim. That's why you cannot claim being a victim. Because you went to that person. You spent time around them. And whatever happened, happened. Whatever unpleasantness was of your own making. And you kept going back for more. You're not a victim. You are simply a woman making very bad choices for yourself. And the worst part is you don't own it. You want to pass the buck onto somebody else and say, it's their fault. No, it's not anybody's fault but yours. Because you made it happen.
Thinks he's the victim? Like, for real. Like, do you actually think he doesn't get why I'm mad? And have talked about him online? Because that's what it feels like to me. Like, he's trying so hard to get me to fix his reputation online. And he will not forgive me in life ever unless that happens. And that's not going to happen. Like, why? Like, what the fuck?
Nader doesn't want your forgiveness. He doesn't want your love. He doesn't want you. He just wants your money. He's always had a love affair with your money. Just like he's got a love affair with Dee Dee's condo. If he can get your money and her condo without either you or Dee Dee being in the picture, he'd be all about that life. But because to have that condo and to get your money, he's got to deal with the both of you. He deals with the both of you.
You, because I did nothing to you either. I did nothing to you. I did nothing to you. You didn't threaten my family. You threatened my life. I don't know. Oh my god. It sounds so stupid. He only cares about himself. Oh, I made his life more difficult. Like, he really thinks I ruined his life. He thinks he's the only person in the world, therefore he's the only one that can get hurt. And do you see how dumb she looks sitting there? He cuts her off every 5 seconds. Like, she'll be going, yeah, that's right, Nader. Actually, that's what I like about you, Nader. Yes, Nader. Yeah, Nader. Fuck off. Shut up, Dee Dee. He's gonna make me sandwiches. Happier than poppers and lube. It will cost you $300. Don't act all smug, dumb bitch, because you know what? Again, he's only there because he has nowhere else to go.
And the only reason why he's dealing with you is because you're the stupid one paying the phone bill and paying for groceries, you big dummy.
Go live in one of your fucking 5 apartments in Egypt. Fuck. I swear to God, I hate people. I hate people like him, but why did I love him then? He's like everything I hate in life.
Well, he's a lot like yourself. You're both, in my opinion, exactly alike. He is the mirror image of you, only in male form. So if he's everything you hate in life, then you must hate yourself, Chantal.
Oh my God. Yes, Brittany, he's claiming to be fucking. What was I gonna say? My edible just hit. Sorry, guys. I just need to chill out. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Would you want to make falafels for someone who ruined your life? You're delusional. You're delusional. He blames the one person
And here come the super chats.
who actually cared about him and did something for him. Like, he's insane. The only thing I'm guilty of is not letting him get away with how he fucking treated me. Hi, Aisha. I'm delusional for supporting him. I'm delusional. My whole idea of thing. He said something like, if you hate me and you do it in the right way, I love you. What? I'm insane for being nice to him. I am.
I wonder what he means by that. If you hate me and you do it in the right way, I love you. Does that mean hate me and give me money? Because that's the way I'm taking it.
But hi, Golden Girl. Dee Dee's sitting up there smug, acting like she don't gotta pay for fucking men. Are you kidding? You have to step in the middle of a relationship and offer your fucking condo in Lachine to get a man. So how about you suck balls? You probably are doing a lot of that already. What? Flop? Address most videos about why he left Egypt. I never even watched those. Maybe I should. Whatever. I mean, look. Yeah, we called the cops on her. Bitch, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I know, what a shocker. Did you call him an animal abuser? Oh my God, I hate all of y'all. I'm kidding. I love you guys.
No, she's not. She says she hates everybody.
Don't be harsh on yourself. You're allowed to vent, and your anger is set towards a difficult one. Yeah. It's so funny. It's worth a watch. I'm not watching it now. I'm not saying I wanted to fall for it. Who cares if she lost weight? She still looks like she's fucking, oh what, now she looks like a thin Andy Warhol. Big deal. Losing weight is not going to change you looking like fucking messed up fire. Okay? Who cares? And it's all the eggs you're shitting every day. She can lose weight, she still looks like that.
Not Chantal over there talking about Dee Dee's looks. This is your live stream today, Chantal. That wig looks horrible. My opinion. It looks horrible. That middle part looks horrible. That dress that you have on, that looks horrible too. Pattern's all wrong. It's too tight. It's too small, too short. Not flattering. And you want to talk about Dee Dee's looks? Look, I am not a Dee Dee fan. I'm just saying. You're not one to talk about people's looks, ma'am.
Get Natter. So who gives a flying fuck what how fucking skinny she is? Man. He threw a cat against the wall in one of his lives. Shut up. Fuck all y'all. Because his food sucks and she doesn't want to eat it. Taro, get a better pair of glasses. Yeah. Oh. She's desperate tonight. What? Who?
So A plus says, Chantal, send me money. Let me fin dom you. No chance in hell, A plus, because Natter's already doing that to Chantal. He's been doing that for months.
This stuff is really sticky and weird and delicious. Like, I don't know. No, I wasn't. Oh my god. Yeah. She didn't answer me. I feel
JP says she's looking so smug talking about Dee Dee and happy because she thinks she's got one up on you and that's good enough for her. Chantal and Dee Dee are two different people, connected by the same man, and yet notice how their lives have suffered the same fate. Before Natter, Dee Dee had her condo, she had a job, she had her peace, she had her privacy. All of that changed when she inserted herself into the Chantal thing and she let Natter move into her house. She went from having peace and privacy in her life to being hated on YouTube, despised on YouTube, losing her job or having her job endangered, dealing with a guy who is up all hours, tweaking, won't let her sleep. The quality of her life went down because she chose to insert herself into this thing with Chantal and Natter. And Chantal, before Natter, her channel was fairly fine. Then Chantal got involved with them. And everything for her started to go on downhill. Two different women whose lives have suffered the same fate. And now they're both of the same mind that despite the fact they both have lost a lot, as long as they get the prize, which is Natter, then it will make everything they've lost worth it. And I'm here to say that he's not worth it. He doesn't love either woman. He's just in it for the benefits. And if the benefits don't exist, he won't stick around.
I feel like fucking stealing it back just to spite her and then dumping his ass.
Did you hear that? Let me play that again.
Arrogant fucking liar. Like, are you serious? The only thing, she has nothing going for her, like, at all. She doesn't even have a job now to support him, does she? I don't know. Montero, get a better pair of glasses. Yeah. Oh. She's desperate tonight. What? Who? This stuff is really sticky and weird and delicious. Like, I don't know. No, I wasn't. Oh my god. She didn't answer me.
Yeah, before we get into that part that I was wanting to pull up, the fact that Chantal was able to text Dee Dee, trying to reach out to Natter. Why wasn't Chantal blocked on her phone? They all allegedly hate each other. Why don't they have each other blocked? Answer, because they don't really hate each other. It's all for show. It's all for show. I'm sure that Dee Dee would rather Chantal not be in the picture, just as Chantal wishes that Dee Dee wasn't in the picture. They would rather have Natter all to themselves for God knows what reason. But they tolerate each other just because they want Natter. Two women who have their own jobs, have their own money, fighting over a crackhead. The ridiculousness of it all.
I feel like fucking stealing him back just to spite her and then dumping his ass.
Imagine that. Somebody who's been abused, been through deviant SA, talking about stealing the abuser back. Again, that points in the direction there was no abuse. Because if you've really been abused, you don't want to be around that person. You won't entertain the thoughts of being with them ever again. You're a liar, Chantal. Nothing happened to you.
I know that sounds very fucking stupid and evil. Maybe she plans on supporting herself with YouTube and buying eggs with YouTube money. What? Yeah, right. Whatever. She's like fucking 85. Dee Dee having the audacity to just say you were trying to insert yourself into their stuff now. Her boyfriend is obsessed with you. Dude, you and Natter watch me every day. That's all you do. You're fucking obsessed. You're stupid.
You know, let's talk about this obsession for just a moment. How much of what we see and what we watch, how much of it is obsession and how much of it is just three people bouncing things back and forth between two channels for the sake of money? I think it's in equal parts. I think there is some obsession here. I think there is some determination by Chantal to get Natter all to herself at some point. But I think anybody looking at the situation and saying Natter is obsessed with Chantal and Chantal's obsessed with Natter, keep in mind, this is YouTube. The channels are monetized. Chantal talks about Natter to make money on her channel, but also to keep the attention on his channel, so then he on his channel can talk about her, get views, get money, and then bounce the attention back to her. They're playing YouTube tennis with the attention. The attention is the tennis ball. She takes the ball, she bounces it for a minute, throws it over to him. He bounces it back over to her. People go on her channel. She talks about Natter. They go on his channel looking for the tea. There is no tea. We've heard everything. There's nothing new here. But they insist on playing this tennis game anyway.
For giving me that visual. Please. He's told me she's boring. She must be boring in bed. So did Matt know you were trying to text your ex during y'all's? Wait, was I still going out with Metin while I was? I need to move to another planet. I'm going to Russia. I don't care if she called the cops. Why are you so obsessed with that? I don't give a fuck. When didn't you know she was born? Yeah. Ugh, no, don't talk about it, please. What question did you want to ask about falafels? I know you guys think it's like, look, I know you guys, honestly, part of you has to believe I really miss the food. And
No, you don't. Why are you lying? You would be over at Natter's place, eat his cooking, and then as soon as you were done being there, you would drive straight to a Starbucks, get your diabetes in a cup, go to a fast food place, and get 3 Nashies. You were eating his food to make him happy, to make it seem like you liked it. I'm sorry, I've seen Natter's cooking videos through Gary Unfiltered. His cooking is trash. It didn't look appealing at all. You hated his cooking. You said so. You're a fast food addict. You like your fast food. You couldn't stand his cooking. He doesn't know how to cook. Everything he cooks is either burnt or raw or both. You couldn't stand it.
and I really wanted to buy food like from him. There's some things I really miss. I'm like in disbelief that he's even, why is he even mad at me? Like because he's a narcissist. Like if you dissect this,
Anybody want to tell her that she's one too?
why why is he mad at me? Like what the fuck did I do ever? Ever? What? I don't know. Yeah, so don't underestimate the starfish. Don't do it. Your new excuse is now you're calling him to buy food. Yes, I really do. I really did want some. That was, I guess that wasn't the only reason, obviously. But I came to my senses again. I think. And Janet's brief hologram. Thanks for the beezing and beezer. Please make Sophus lasagna live. Reese and Janet, thank you.
Oh, wait a minute. This is a super chat that was interesting. I'm sorry, not a super chat, a message. Miss O'Rage Julep says, address the PPP loan you took out, the Beezer Show LLC, to support Natter's restaurant dreams. I don't know if she actually took out a loan. Would it surprise me? No. Wouldn't surprise me at all. But as far as Natter having a restaurant, that was just a dream up in the air. He doesn't have good food. He doesn't have a true passion for cooking. The only reason why he had a cooking channel was to have something to do on YouTube. And the true purpose of that cooking channel was not because he had a passion for food. In my opinion, the only reason why that channel was created was because he's a grifter, a scammer, and a con artist. And he wanted to be on a public platform where he could have contact with and scam and grift other women. That's it. The cooking was just a cover for what he was really doing, for what he really wanted to do. And Chantal brought him here. She set up the channel. She set everything up. She did his videos. She did his thumbnails. She brought him here. She introduced him to YouTube. And she encouraged her viewers to go over there and talk to him, knowing what he was, knowing what he was doing, and she didn't put a stop to it. So there's that. If he can't cook worth a doggone on his YouTube channel, what makes him think he could open a restaurant and make it successful? Only people that have a true passion for food should open restaurants, not people who just want somebody else to spend money on them.
You're blocking. Big mad because his copyright claims are getting dismissed.
Yeah, that's some good news for some people that have been affected. His copyright strikes and claims are getting dismissed.
Yeah. So then why is he mad at me? That's not my problem. Why, like, this is the thing, like, all this hate, like, towards me when I know.
You know what I think, Chantal? And nobody can tell me otherwise. I think you're over there. You're just smart enough that you are not going to do things off your channel. I think that you use other people to do the dirty work. That if you want someone to throw strikes, if you're feeling angry at the reaction channels, if you're feeling envious over their audience, their money, you're not going to throw strikes from your channel. No, you're going to employ one of your pawns to do the dirty work. This is just my opinion. I think you are angry watching the reaction channels make money. I think you are angry seeing the engagement, seeing the views they were getting. But your channel's already been in trouble with YouTube once before. So you went over to Natter and Dee and told them, throw the strikes. Do it. Make trouble for them. Shut them down for a day, a week. Maybe by doing that, I'll make more money. That's my opinion. I think that you're a person that if there's dirty work to do, you won't do it yourself, just so you can be in your corner and say, it wasn't me. I didn't throw the strikes. And you'd be telling the truth in a way, because physically, you're not the one throwing the strikes, but it doesn't mean you're not behind it. I think you went to Natter and Dee and said, throw the strikes for me. And if something happens to Natter's channel, it's not a big deal because that channel is small. And I'm supporting him anyway. So who cares? And I'm also of the belief, Mr. SJM over there, he did a live stream not too long ago where he was intoxicated. And he did the exact same thing on his live stream that Natter did. He got on his live stream and did a copyright strike against Kaya. Isn't that funny? Two different guys, both connected to you, both who like you. You might be throwing SGM some money, I don't know. But throwing a copyright strike at Kaya the same way that Natter threw strikes at everybody else. Isn't that funny? And they're both connected to you. And SGM even did the same thing that Natter did, threatening people, take down those videos or I'm going to come after you. Said it exactly the way that Natter did. I think you got your own little crew over there that'll do your bidding, that'll make content on YouTube, make drama, just to keep views on your channel up. Yeah. Yeah, you're the queen on your own chessboard. And all the side players are just pawns that you can move around at will, control at will, and sacrifice at will. And if they get sacrificed, no big deal, because your channel and your paycheck is safe. You're playing chess using other people. And they're all people that you can control. Because everybody in your crew, ain't none of them employed. None of them have jobs. They all rely on you for money. Yeah, Chantal, I do have you figured out.
Oh my god. Block the word lasagna. 1 pound of ground beef. So I'm driving all the way to this fucking place, and I'm driving and getting pissed off listening to fucking stupid fucking piece of crap Natter talking. And then
So there she is confessing that she is watching Natter and listening to Natter. This man that abused her. She should be staying away from him, but watching him and listening to him. If somebody really abused you, why would you even want to see their face? Why would you want to hear their voice? You wouldn't want to. Too many bad memories, too many bad potential flashbacks, too much bad energy, but yet you keep watching him. You're paying attention to him. Again, that points to no abuse happened, you big phony liar.
And Dee Dee beside him. Like, you look stupid. You look stupid. You look so fucking stupid.
You look
Sitting
stupid.
there, literally, with your stupid, crappy wine. Yeah, that's what I like about you, Natter. Natter. Oh my god. Ugh, I've never seen this in my life. Never. I think it's because you talk about him. You went to the police about him. We realize he deserves it, but he doesn't. I can't remember. That's what's so frustrating to me. Everything he blames me for all of this. I saw the house. Miss him because I think of all the good times.
There she is reminiscing about Natter. Sickening. You come on camera and you have the nerve to talk about fake abuse, fake essay, get everybody triggered, get everybody upset. And here you are reminiscing about your abuser. Are you joking?
And then I hear him talk so much shit about me and blame me and call me the most evil person. When
You know what? You're all three rotten. You're all three evil. Period.
I used to love him so much. It fucking sucks, man. All the snow in Lachine. Months. He's raging about me. Are you thinking about me when you...
You know what, guys? I know that we barely scratched the surface on this live stream, but I like to keep my reacts to about an hour. And this live stream went on for almost 3 hours. And I seriously doubt there's anything earth-shattering here. So let's go on to the comments. Sue Smith says, this is what beezing means. Lurching from impulse to impulse with a heavy emphasis on ever-increasing quantities of food and drugs and no thought to consequence. Her life, her choice. Consequences will follow nevertheless. She will never find a man without first finding herself, and she won't do that without being willing to inject some self-discipline into her life, and she made it clear that that's out of the question. She could have had a good life, but has never realized that doing what you want, when you want, does not lead to bliss. You know, Chantal took misbehaving and making wrong choices, and she gave it a cutesy name, beezing. Making bad choices, acting out of pocket, she gave it a cutesy name, beezing. And by doing that, she made it acceptable to herself and her audience, so that she has more of a reason to do it again. Oh, I'm just beezing. It's not cute, Chantal, whether you call it beezing or something else. It's not cute. To act this way on camera, to do all this stuff on YouTube, it's not cute. I don't care what name you give it. Beezing is misbehaving. It's making bad choices. Making bad choices, excuse me, leads to unhappiness. Instead of giving your bad choices a cute name, how about not making bad choices? LK says, I've never been so invested in the relationship of a man who wanted nothing to do with me. You're actually insane. She's not insane. She's just milking this for money. I mean, this video right here got more views than all of her previous videos, all because she's talking about Natter. She got more super chats than she ever has, all because she's bringing back the Natter subject. It's making her money. That's why she refuses to stop. Suzanne says, gee whiz, your content is so riveting. Your growth so evident by the fact that you continue to try to get an abuser to want you. Keep up the good work. You're an inspiration. I smell so much sarcasm with that comment, and it's wafting over here. Sophia says, the only thing worse than Chantal is her members supporting this type of behavior. Yeah, I don't know when they're going to wake up and realize they're being lied to, manipulated, taken for a ride, but that's on them. Coco says, what I have trouble understanding is why you're so upset with Didi. You were driving him around, paying for his groceries, giving him expensive gifts, and giving him a lot of money, and yet he still abused you and didn't claim you. You weren't in a relationship if he never even claimed you. Didi didn't steal him. He went with her on his own. So now she has him and you keep chasing him. Let it go. You've seen what he does to her. Why in the heck would you ever consider having anything to do with him? Let it go. Because Chantal's a sore loser. She doesn't like to lose. She's done so much for this guy that in her head, she's thinking, I've done so much for him, I better get something back. She's not one to cut her losses and move along. No, she's going to stick with it until she gets what she feels is her pound of flesh. Molly says, she said Didi looks stupid. Doesn't calling or texting someone who hit you and reject you make you look stupid? It makes you look very stupid, and it makes you look like a big liar when you say that somebody abused you. Because if somebody abused you, you'd stay away from them. You wouldn't want to talk to them or hear their voice. Let's see. Workshop says her tears are real, just like her boyfriend's. Yeah, the rage in this was fake and phony. The tears were phony. I'm looking for a good comment here. Helen says, you should give Natter a call. Oh, wait, you did. Yeah, she tried. Cindy says, I'll do what I want. I'm 38. There. She will never change, VIBs. Give it up already, trying to cuddle and enable her. Well, I'm sorry to say this, but anybody supporting Chantal, anyone that has a membership, anyone that's in her chat, and you've seen her get incredibly high or drunk and do self-harm, because it is self-harm content. If she's abusing the edibles, she's sitting there overeating, she is doing the self-harm content because she has an eating problem and she's monetized it. She is monetizing her own problem with food. You are enablers because you are enabling an addict in several of their addictions and impulses. You're enablers. You would just be members if she were doing regular content. But since she's an addict, I don't care if you like the addict. I don't care if that you like their personality. I don't care if they're quirky. An addict is an addict. And if you're someone giving them money, that makes you an enabler. I know the VIBs don't like hearing that. I know it makes them angry, but truth is truth. When it comes to somebody who has an addiction, and Chantal has several, she said on record, she loves drugs. She loves food. She's an addict. And if you're someone giving an addict money, you're supporting them financially, that makes you an enabler. You are enabling them in their addictions. And because of that, they're never going to stop. Everybody's saying she's jealous of Dee Dee. People are saying leave the two of them alone. The thing is, if Dee Dee and Natter really wanted Chantal to leave them alone, they would follow through with some kind of cease and desist or protection order. They haven't done that. They would block her off their phones, off their messengers, and they wouldn't talk about her on the channels, but they do. I think they're all three in cahoots. They're all good with each other off of YouTube. That they're just play acting on YouTube for money. So you know what? We're over an hour, guys. I'm going to cut it off here and post this react because there's a lot more that I have to do. But I wanted to thank everyone for spending this much time with me and coming to my little corner of YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Please take care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye-bye.